Baseball is America's pastime, but some chapters of its history, they'd rather you forget. Today, we're rebuilding the ugliest moments in MLB history, brick by brick. We're covering the 1919 Black Sox Scandal that fixed a World Series, the Steroid Era that broke the record books, and the strike that canceled a World Series, and nearly killed the sport. Stay with me, this gets wild. 8 men, 1 World Series, and a gambling ring that shook baseball to its core. In 1919, the Chicago White Sox were one of the best teams in baseball. Their owner, Charles Comiskey, was also one of the cheapest. He underpaid his players, docked them for laundry, and ruled with an iron fist. So when a gambler named Joseph Sullivan approached 8 Sox players with an offer, throw the World Series for cash, they listened. The players took the money. They tanked plays, dropped balls, and the Cincinnati Reds won the series in 8 games. A year later, a grand jury exposed the scheme. All 8 players, including shoeless Joe Jackson, one of the greatest hitters who ever lived, were banned from baseball for life. The scandal didn't just tarnish a title, it nearly destroyed fan trust in the entire sport. The lesson? Underpay your workers long enough, and eventually, it costs you everything. Before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, baseball enforced one of the most shameful rules in American sports history. For over 60 years, Major League Baseball operated under an unwritten but brutally enforced color line. Black players, no matter how talented, were barred from the majors. Players like Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige, and Cool Papa Bell, legends by any measure, were locked out because of the color of their skin. When Branch Rickey signed Jackie Robinson to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, Robinson faced death threats, hate mail, and spikes aimed at his ankles. His own teammates circulated a petition to keep him off the team. And yet, Robinson hit .297, stole bases, won Rookie of the Year, and changed American history. Baseball wasn't just slow to change. It was actively, deliberately wrong. And it took one man's extraordinary courage to force it to be better. The year was 1994. Baseball was having one of its best seasons in decades. Then the players walked off the field and didn't come back. The MLB Players Association called a strike on August 12, 1994, over a proposed salary cap. Owners refused to negotiate. Players refused to back down. And for the first time since 1904, the World Series was canceled. Fans were furious. Stadiums stayed empty. Teams lost hundreds of millions of dollars. When baseball finally returned in 1995, attendance cratered. The sport had burned its own house down in a fight over money, while the fans paid the price. Greed on both sides cost the sport an entire season. It took a home run chase, and a lie, to bring fans back. What if the greatest offensive era in baseball history was built on a syringe? The late 1990s and early 2000s saw an explosion of power. Records fell. Home runs soared. Fans flooded back after the '94 strike, partly because sluggers like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa were hitting balls out of stadiums at a historic pace. But the Mitchell Report in 2007 revealed what many already suspected. Performance-enhancing drugs were everywhere. Barry Bonds broke Hank Aaron's all-time home run record with 762 career home runs. Roger Clemens won 7 Cy Young Awards. And yet, neither is in the Hall of Fame, because the voters believe their numbers were chemically inflated. Entire careers, entire seasons now carry asterisks. Baseball chased the ratings it lost in '94, and looked the other way while players juiced. Then it punished them for it. And then there's 2017, the year a World Series champion cheated using a trash can. The Houston Astros developed an elaborate system to steal opposing catchers' signs. A camera in center field fed video to a monitor in the dugout tunnel. A designated player decoded the pitch and banged on a trash can to signal the batter. A bang meant off speed. Silence meant fastball. They won the World Series. Then The Athletic broke the story. Players were not suspended. The manager and GM were fired. The Astros kept their title. And baseball fans have never quite forgiven them. You can steal signs the old-fashioned way in baseball. But when you industrialize cheating, don't be surprised when the whole sport turns on you. Baseball's darkest days aren't just history, they're warnings. From fixed games to banned players to juiced stats to trash can signals. Every scandal has one thing in common. Someone thought they wouldn't get caught. If you want more stories like this, click the card above for our deep dive into the wildest trades in MLB history. See you there.